When you feel like God is confronting you or holding you accountable, He is not just calling you out, He is calling you up. So why should we hold ourselves loyal to our dysfunction and then we feel like our spiritual life is separate from our physical life? Whenever I hear someone say, this is just who I am, and then it's kind of like I'm hearing God say, is that how I made you? Or is that who I made you to be? We can become so loyal to the dysfunction that we find ourselves in, that we find identity in our dysfunction and not in the God who made us, and not in how God made us. That the dysfunction of our environment has now changed our makeup. I'm just bringing this for me and you to consider, right? Does your personality trump the value of knowing Christ? Let me ask you this. Where are you excusing sin or immaturity as personality? That when you are being called up or called out by people, why are you behaving like that? Why do you have to speak that way to people? Why do you have to react that way? You're like, that's just who I am. That's not just who you are. God won't come down from heaven to change us. He will use the people around us. He will use the things we go through. Sometimes He uses pain, which is a heartbreak, can be what God uses to change you. For the person that says, this is just who I am, probably God is saying that is just your personality bias. That is not who I made you to be. You suppose that is who you are because you're familiar with that way of thinking and that way of living. Walking with God will not leave you the way you are. I came to realize that in my own life, because I've been too loyal to my personality, that has affected my growth journey with God.